economic sesebuah negara. So dia akan start dari bawah. Then that's why ini teknik atau approach kita panggil bottom up, dari bawah ke atas. Right? Kebiasaannya investors akan guna top down approach daripada atas ke bawah. So it is no no wrong or right whether you start from top or you start from bottom. So this one bergantung kepada investors preferences or investors kesukaan investors. So first one kita check on the economic analysis. So examine some economic variable that may affect securities value. Strong economic stock price will increase. Bad economic stock price will decrease. So this one actually you have learned in microeconomics atau macroeconomics. So again, so kalau for that one is for economics. Kalau kita nak tahu seseorang pelajar itu adalah baik atau tidak, kita akan will refer to what? Kita akan merujuk kepada apa? So anybody, you are student, right? If I want to know whether this student is good or not good, so we are going to refer what component. Contoh kalau you apply for interview atau you apply for job. So how the company know whether you are good or not good based on what? Alright, so you can just type your answer in the chat box. Resume. They refer resume. So dalam resume ada apa? So what you write in your resume yang paling penting. So if the company, then I will look at this first. Then only I refer to other. So other education background. Background. So background is too general. Participation. Macam mana kita nak ukur participation dalam your resume? Working experience. Qualification. Anira, qualification? Yes, great. So yang paling utama, if kita nak tahu seseorang itu baik atau tidak, student is good or not, so kita akan refer CGPA dia, pointer. First thing, company will check the student pointer. So dia akan check kalau ada 1000 application. So dia akan check on pointer first. So dia akan cakap kita ambil pointer yang 3.5 ke atas. So dia akan sort. 3.5 atas, dia akan ambil. 3.5 ke bawah, dia akan reject. So first thing, kita akan tengok, syarikat akan tengok CGPA. So selepas dia tengok CGPA, then only dia akan refer benda lain. So benda lain, contoh, what you write lah. Contoh, you tulis kat sini, working experience, okay? Apa lagi selain working experience? Your position. Dia akan tengok your curriculum. Adakah you pernah pegang jawatan sebagai presiden, sebagai setiausaha, sebagai treasurer. So that one is count, right? That one is we want to know seseorang itu baik atau tidak. So kalau for economics, so economics sama juga. Kita pun ada indicators, right? Untuk tengok sesebuah ekonomi itu baik atau tidak. So yang paling obvious yang kita guna untuk check whether a country is good or not, kita akan tengok ni. Gross Domestic Products, GDP. GDP adalah yang indicators lah. salah satu indicators yang paling penting untuk tengok sesebuah negara adalah bagus atau tidak. So kalau dia cakap GDP 10%, wah bagus, sangat bagus kalau GDP sesebuah negara adalah 10%. So untuk investors, when they do the economic analysis, dia pun akan tengok GDP sesebuah negara itu. So dia tengok, oh Malaysia GDP tahun ini adalah 5%. Then dia tengok Thailand. Thailand adalah 4%, Singapore adalah 8%. So of course, then daripada sini dia tahu, oh Singapore is better, Malaysia is better than Thailand, contoh. To show the total amount of domestic production. So high GDP maksud high production, high income, stock value will appreciate, stock value akan menaik. This one adalah salah satu, just like student punya CGPA. So lepas kita tengok dia punya GDP atau CGPA, so kita akan tengok benda lain, contoh inflation rate. Okay, we live on the country inflation rate. So kalau increase in cost of good, sebab dia akan jadi expensive, right? Cost syarikat akan meningkat. So high inflation, cost increase, profit will fall, keuntungan akan jatuh. So stock value will fall too. Alright, so this is some of the key element lah. Kita ada banyak. Contoh lain, interest rate. So affect return on securities. So high interest, high cost. Sebab normally company borrow money from bank. So if interest rate is high, company need to pay high interest, right, to the bank. So this one is a cost for the company. So high cost, the high expenses on the interest, the return will fall, profit will fall, and value will fall. Alright, and then contoh yang lain is employment rate, fiscal policy, monetary policy. So, but normally kita will refer GDP lah untuk tengok whether a country, sesebuah negara itu adalah baik atau tidak. This one adalah GDP adalah main lah. Yang lain contoh inflation rate, interest rate, employment rate. Alright, so second, after we decide which economic yang kita nak invest, so kita akan tengok kat industry, industry analysis. So kita akan study the key characteristic of the industry to determine whether the potential profit is high or not. Alright, then past sales and earning performance, so your high sales and earnings signal good performance. Of course, kalau jualan tinggi, meaning good lah, meaning that the profit will be good. Performance, how long the industry have assisted in the country. I refer to the adoption of technology and advancement, example cell phone technology. So kita tengok cell phone technology kat negara tersebut adalah dah lama atau tidak. Alright, so sebab teknologi cell phone technology dia is fast changing industry, because cell phone technology will change. Definitely every year they will change something, right? You can we have referred to technology. You can see the Apple 1 sampai Apple 14. So the technology change very fast. Dan kita ada tengok government support. So government give provision and budget. So example, agriculture, biotechnology sectors obtain special funding from the government, so the industry is booming. So again, kalau if the government they want to, dia nak bantu sesebuah industri, biasa dia akan bagi subsidi. Contoh agriculture. Pertanian normally kalau kerajaan dia kebiasaan dia akan bagi subsidi kepada petani-petani sebab ini adalah sangat penting untuk sesebuah negara. Contoh padi lah, padi. Biasanya normally a country, we need to have our own production of food. We cannot bergantung kepada Thailand untuk dapatkan padi. Kita tahu kan. So Thailand dia ada ekspor padi. Kita import padi daripada Thailand. Tapi kita tidak boleh bergantung 100% kepada Thailand. Sebab kalau Thailand dia stop, dia tidak ekspor padi, and kita tidak ada tanam padi. So macam mana? What going to happen? Right? So macam mana pun kerajaan akan dia ada peruntukan lah untuk pertanian sebab ini adalah sangat penting kepada negara. Then yang ini akan membantu dalam industri ini. Contoh bioteknologi pun. Alright, labor condition, labor versus technology oriented. So if the country is still using labor oriented production, the industry is considered a low developed and not profitable. This is what Malaysia try to do. Malaysia kita cuba untuk beralih daripada guna tenaga kerja kepada guna mesin atau teknologi. Sebab kita memang tak cukup orang kat Malaysia. Sebab kita you boleh tahu. Sebab sekarang kilang-kilang semua adalah Bangladesh. Right? Kita import dari Bangladesh. Kita import daripada Indonesia. Apa maksud dia? Maksud kita tidak cukup tenaga pekerja. That's why kita import. So kalau kita tidak mahu bergantung kepada tenaga pekerja asing, so kita kena beralih kepada guna teknologi, right? So industrial life cycle, examine the life cycle of the product, prefer the product rapid expansion stage. Rapid expansion stage. This one kita tengoklah adakah produk tersebut dia kat which stages, which stages. Right, so after that kita tengok kat company pula. Right, after you dah pilih company, analyzing the financial condition of the company. So rest on the belief that the performance of common stock depend on the performance of the company. So kalau harga saham adalah bergantung kepada performance syarikat. Kalau syarikat dia buat keuntungan, harga saham syarikat tersebut akan meningkat. Kalau syarikat tersebut dia mengalami kerugian, so harga saham akan jatuh. Right, so financial statements are analyzed to determine strength and weaknesses on liquidity, profitability, efficiency, and leverage. So the tools that we're going to use atau kita akan fokus adalah ratio analysis. So in that intrinsic value analysis, valuation of security. This one kita dah belajar intrinsic. Yang kita guna formula untuk calculate a bond, common stock. That one we call intrinsic value. So in this chapter kita akan fokus on ratio analysis. So yang ini semua kita panggil fundamental analysis. So valuation. So in the process of finding the current worth of an asset, value is different from price due to market inefficiency. So example, stock is sold at 10 ringgit, even thought the real value is 9 ringgit. So sebab dia punya information tak setara atau not matching. That's why harga pasaran adalah berbeza dengan harga sebenar. Right? So what is the keputusan atau rules yang boleh guide kita sama ada kita nak beli atau kita nak jual. So if a securities price is undervalued or underpriced, it should be bought and held to reap capital gain. Contoh kat sini, kalau market price adalah RM8, dan the real value adalah RM10. So kita adalah cakap bahawa aset ini adalah undervalue. Sebab harga sebenar adalah RM10, tetapi dalam pasaran dia jual RM8. which is cheap, right? So which is cheap meaning undervalue. So our keputusan adalah beli. Right, the sales rules will be if a security price is overvalued, sell the security to avoid losses. When its price fall to the level of its value. So market price is greater, right? The real value. So real value adalah 8, harga sebenar 8. Tapi dalam pasaran dia jual harga RM10. So maksudnya ini dia dah overvalue, di mana dia adalah expensive. Kalau expensive, keputusan dia adalah untuk jual, nasihat untuk jual. Alright, this one adalah balance sheet. You can see this is a balance sheet, right? 2 years, 2012 and 2013. So we start with the current asset. So you can go to Teams untuk download yang besar punya, this one. I think dalam slide dia terlalu kecil. Because nanti kita akan guna balance sheet ini dengan income statement untuk buat latihan. The example that we use is from this statement. So you can go to the team and then download. Dia punya title file adalah chapter 8, chapter 8. Alright, then we have current asset, we have total current asset, we have total non-current asset atau fixed asset lah. Next, we have total liabilities atau current liabilities. Yeah, we have current liabilities. Then we have non-current liabilities. Then we have the capital account, stock equities account, total equity, then total liability and stockholders equity. Then kita ada balance sheet, income statement, income statement atau profit and loss statement also given 2 years, 2012 and 2013. Kita start with the sales revenue until net profit after taxes. So the key financial ratio here, student of the relationship, study the relationship between financial statement account. So purpose is to develop information about the past, right, that can be used to get a handle of the future. So kita try to study information yang terdapat dalam financial statement, right, apa yang dalam financial statement maksud dia dah telah berlaku, already past. So we try to use the past to forecast the future. So X-ray of the financial statement to look for meaningful relationship between numbers. I look at company historical trend to see if improving or declining. So look at industry standard to see how company compare to competitors. So kita guna financial statement tadi contoh balance sheet dengan income statement. So kita study dia apa hubungan antara sales dengan expenses contoh Alright, so we stop for a while, masuk waktu, so we stop for a while. All right, so we continue. We continue. Next, we have 5 major group of financial ratio, which is liquidity ratio, the company ability to meet day-to-day operating expenses, and certified short-term obligation as they become due. Number 2, we have efficiency atau activity ratio, how well the company is managing its asset. Number 3, we have leverage ratio, amount of debt used by the company. Number 4, profitability ratio, measure how successful the company is at creating profit. Number 5, market common stock ratio, convert key financial information into per shares basis to simplify financial analysis. Normally number 5 ini diguna oleh pelabur by investors. Alright, so first one kita ada liquidity ratio. The first ratio kita ada current ratio. How many ringgit of short-term asset are available for every ringgit of short-term liability, or formula current asset divided by current liabilities. So for this ratio kita nak high, yang lebih tinggi lebih bagus. With higher ratio meaning more liquidity. More liquidity maksud current asset is higher. Current asset adalah lebih banyak daripada current liabilities. Okay. So contoh kita ada current ratio for year 2012. So I give you year 2012 current asset, kita cari dalam balance sheet under current asset. Sama juga dengan current liabilities. So you just copy down the numbers and then you divide lah. You akan dapat 1.69 for year 2012. So you give me the working. Macam mana kita dapat year 2013. And then you key in the working in the meeting chart meeting. How you calculate year 2013. So you take out the balance sheet tadi. Alright, so we check. So kita akan dapat 500.3 divided by 317. So kalau kita compare, if we compare, so year 2012 adalah better, which is higher than 2013. Kita compare these 2 years. So kita prefer yang higher. Right, next we have net working capital. So how many ringgit of working capital are available to pay, bill, and grow the business? Alright, so kita ada current asset, tolak current liabilities. So again, this one pun sama. Higher meaning firm make large investment in working capital. Right, kalau negative answer maksud liability adalah melebihi current asset. So it's not good lah kalau dapat negative answer. Maksud current asset tidak cukup untuk bayar current liabilities. So you calculate, alright, so this one is the year 2013. Right, so we have 425.1 million minus 251.13 million. So kita dapat 173 million. So you calculate year 2013, apa you dapat? What is the working? Alright, so we check. So kita ada 500.3 million, right? Tolak 374 million. Next, we check on the quick ratio. So how many ringgit of cash, marketable security, and receivable are available for every ringgit of short-term liability? Oh, so kita ada cash plus marketable security plus receivable. I divide by current liabilities. Again, if the numbers is higher, meaning it's more liquid, it's more liquid. So you refer cash, marketable security plus receivable. So dalam balance sheet. Right, so this is what we have, 80 plus 192.4. This one dalam balance sheet, right? Current liability sama. Right, so you calculate for year 2013. All right, so we check. So kita ada 95.8 plus 227.2 divided by 374. Kita akan dapat 0.86. Okay, so remember liquidity ratio kita ada 3. When the question asks you to calculate the liquidity ratio, this is the 3 that you need to calculate. The current ratio, net working capital, and quick ratio. Right, next we calculate for the activity ratio atau efficiency ratio. First one kita ada account receivable turnover. How quickly the company is collecting account receivable. So berapa cepat syarikat mengutip utang daripada customers. So we have annual sales divided by account receivable. So higher ratio is better. So account receivable, sometime in the question dia panggil average receivable lah, right? Average receivable. Sama lah. So annual sales, this one adalah revenue atau sales in the income statement. Sales kita cari dalam income statement, account receivable dalam balance sheet. Right, so I give you one example here. Then you calculate for year 2013. All right, so we check is 1938.0 bahagi dengan 227.2. So we have 8.57. Sorry, 8.53. Right, this one. So again, kita compare. We prefer year 2012. We prefer higher is better. Right, higher is better. You can see here. Right, so higher ratio is better. Next, we have inventory turnover, how quickly the company is selling inventory. So we have annual sale divided by inventory. So sometimes kita guna average inventory. So again, ratio higher is better. So contoh, I give you year 2012, you calculate year 2013. All right, so we check, we have 1938 divide 103.7. Okay, so next we have fixed asset turnover. So how efficiently the company is using each fixed asset to support sales. So your annual sales divided by total fixed asset. So this one adalah income statement, this one balance sheet. So again, ratio higher is better. Right, so you try for year 2013. Right, so we check 1938 divided by 440.9. Again, we check, we compare, year 2012 is better, 5.25. Then we have total asset turnover, how efficiently the company is using each asset to support sales. So we have annual sale divided by total asset. Summer, higher ratio is better. All right, so you calculate for year 2013. All right, so check. We have 1938 divided by 941.2. Alright, so again we compare year 2012 adalah lebih baik ya. Alright, so we have done with the efficiency atau activity ratio. So yang ini ada 4 account receivable turnover, inventory turnover, fixed asset turnover dengan total asset turnover. So tambah yang tadi 3 liquidity ratio. So sekarang kita ada 7 ratio. Right. So profitability. Profitability ada 4. Alright, so I think I cannot finish the profitability ratio. So I will stop here for today. Any question? Alright, any question?
No question, sir.
Alright, no question, then I'll stop here for today. So thank you and bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
And then please do your tutorial question chapter 5 dengan chapter 6 So I will discuss next class. Next class kita ada Kamis Kamis I will discuss chapter 5 dengan chapter 6 punya tutorial. So please do the tutorial. Alright, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.